Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Hermitcraft Season 6. Yeah, we're still wearing the monocle, and yeah, we're still wearing the fancy suit, because we are still rich. So last episode, we made 1,000 diamonds. Me, Iscall, 85, 1,000 diamonds. What do you say now, mommy? What do you say now? Your boy is rich. Luckily, I haven't managed to spend it quite yet, but today I want to finish off this minigame right here. You know, the one with the random tunnels and the tricky, ever-changing room in the end and the punching wipeout section. I want to finish this thing completely today, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to be spending quite a bit of these diamonds for the boxes, for the super boxes that you receive at the end, but I'm hoping that I'll make it back. It's all really based on random chances, so we'll see. And as you can see, I've actually cleared out this area over here for the stuff that we need to put here, and it's gonna be a lot. In fact, I'm probably gonna need a lot more space than this, but the very first thing that I want to work on is the redstone part for receiving your box once you complete the game. To bring you up to speed, the longer you get in the game before bailing out, or even if you get to the end, the more keys, these things, you will receive. Now, of course, because the game is so random, you may get 0 keys even if you bail after the second room. I haven't quite figured out how I want to configure that yet, but there should be some randomness in how many keys you get. But the point is, the longer you get, the more keys you will have a chance to get. And these keys are going to be opening the loot boxes, and the loot boxes are going to have different rarity from white all the way up to pink, magenta, I guess, which is epic. So we need a system for that. We need a system where you put your keys or your key and it opens a room that then presents a shulker box. And I don't know if it's the diamonds that has made this to me, but I want to go crazily over the top with this thing. I just want this thing to be like a circus as you get a key. I want it to be super exciting when you get a key and you drop it in. So I'm gonna work out something to accommodate that. A little while ago, I played around with an idea that I never actually got to use for anything, using observers and redstone lamps. You see, as we know, an observer powers a block and a lamp can take the indirect redstone and turn on, and the observer will power that block whenever it gets updated. Now, this can be chained in a very long way and in a loop, I'm pretty sure. So if I would have something like this where I have an observer line that gets updated from over here, this should in theory send a signal along these stone bricks. So if I place lamps down like this, for example, we should see a pretty weird and cool effect of like a snaking thing moving through here. Yep, that is, I love that. That is so cool. And I really want to use this somehow. It's not just lamps, this is true for anything. For example, I guess we can use note blocks as well. Come on now. That is just fantastically cool. Now let's take this thing and work in a rather slow clock. If I do something like that, maybe a little bit more delay, and then we just do this. Oh, that is just fantastic. Yep, I love this. I love this. I have no idea how we're going to use this in our reward system, but there gotta be a way. There gotta be a way. There is a way. There is definitely a way. This should hopefully be the last thing I need to make this work. Look at this thing. I mean, yeah, this looks like a monstrosity of sorts, but let's see if this works. So the idea would be, this would be our input chest, and if we put anything but these keys in here, nothing should happen. This is the first time I'm testing that, and yes, nothing happens. But if we use a key, then we get this. Yes, this is beautiful. Maybe a bit long, but we're building suspense, and then... Oh my goodness! And that is the price that you get. At this point in time, this is just my wool box. But that is the price you get. Oh, that worked! That worked beautifully! I love it. I think this is a really cool way to display what loot box you get for your keys. You see, it's all about building suspense here and making sure that the players really enjoy this part, because it is very, very tough to get these keys. In retro perspective though, I should have built this down in the ground. I should have built it down in the ground. I do not know why I started it so far up, because now it kind of looks a little bit weird where it is. So I have to work out some sort of build that makes this work, because I do not want to rebuild this redstone. It took me hours and hours. I think I'm on to a design for this thing. This is going to be really tricky to design, but what do we think about something like this? Very, very yellow, but I kind of like that. It is a minigame district, and most things here are colorful. Yes, I do like this. I do like this. This feels like some sort of game show stage, and that's really good. Yeah, I like that. And now I kind of feel like I want to mark this out as well, and not just have it part of the dirt mountain like I originally thought was cool. It's not fully gonna work. There is redstone there, isn't it? Dang it. A quick little rewiring of the redstone, and this should now work just the same. It takes one item out, yeah, and that gives us a lot better opportunities for this thing here, and I think it looks a little bit better as well. I want to try this with magenta color. I may just be dumb. I should just maybe use yellow, but I kind of like... Oh no, I'm not dumb. I like this. I like this a lot. This is way cooler than just having it monocolored. Next up is this exit right here. So at the moment, when you fail the game, you plop out of this. And I think we can make that a little bit better by pushing this back a few blocks, I guess. And then we'll have some sort of iron doors right here. And that is looking a lot better, isn't it? So now when you come out from the ladders, you... Oh, we may need to have some sort of way to opening these as well. Yeah, let's use pressure plates like that. Yeah, so now whenever you come out of the game, you get back out here. And the good thing with this is that you plop out right next to where the entrance is if you want to try again. And I think that's important. That's kind of how I want it to be. We also need the exits here. So this is when you take the red exit or when you finish it. And we need the functions to actually get the keys. So I think that's the next thing I should work on and try and tie this up together. So this is where you would exit the game when you have exited through a red exit or when you have completed the whole thing. Now the problem is, we need to give the player keys depending on where they exit. So this is the first exit, and this should yield 0 to 1 key. Yep, there's going to be a random factor here as well. You may get 0 keys if you just complete the first one. The second one, I think, should be 1 or 2 keys always. So this exit here. And the third one, I'd like to do something crazy, like 2 to 6 keys if you complete the whole thing. Yeah, this is going to be a little bit tricky because I need to fit that thing. I need to fit one of them here and one of them here. We do not have a lot of space to work with, so you exit there. This is the area you'd get your key, and there's redstone there, there's redstone there. I need to fit a randomizer. I think this first one may be doable. I'm worried about the second one. In addition to the fact that we have no space here, this is the thing that just keeps on being challenging. First, the user or the player needs to exit the game, and when they do, there shouldn't be any chance of going back. The second challenge is that they should only be able to trigger the key once. And so what I'm thinking is we'll have a button here that opens that door, but that button also links up to the randomizer, which gets you the keys. That way, if you go through, you are sort of stuck here and you can't go back and press that button again. I think that's the way to do it. It turns out that this is a lot more challenging than I originally pictured it to be. Let's see if this circuit works to get a 1 or a 2 output, but never both. So that's a 2, that's a 2, that's a 1. Yeah, okay, so that works. So this would be getting our key, and this would be getting nothing. But I want a signal here because I want to play a little note block sound or something just to indicate that you got unlucky. So let's try this out thus far. So we go here, we put a diamond in, we press the button, we get failed. We have to do it again. Yeah, this is good. And we get inside, and then now we have to try and complete the first challenge. We fail. All right, so we've just spent 2 diamonds. Hopefully it works this time. Oh, I think server lag. Yep, server lag. Oh, that was weird. That was really weird. Someone went into the nether or something like that. Okay, so then we choose to exit. We go through this. We come here, we press the button, we go through. And we actually got a key. Nice. Put our key in. We press the button. And we enjoy the show. It's truly a show, isn't it? Of course, this isn't supposed to be here. I didn't clear it out. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. It feels like it flows, it feels like the area is really taking shape here. But this is a massive project. It's so much bigger than what I originally anticipated. It's crazy. So the second room really showed to be a challenge because this needs to have either 1 key, which we just got there, or a chance for getting 2 keys. That's a 1 key again. There we go. Now we're getting 2 keys. 1, 2. Nice. Yeah, this was a lot trickier because there's redstone here for the wipeout wall and there's redstone here for the ever-changing room right next to this. So I had to go down and I managed to squeeze it in like this. It's not the prettiest thing, but it does work, so I'm not gonna touch it. Luckily, I think that the third and final room, we actually have quite a bit of space because we could potentially work with all of this stuff here. And this isn't supposed to be like a red little tiny exit room either. This should really tell you that you've made it to the end. So I think I'm going to use this space here. So this one, I'm not entirely sure how I want to work this out, but I think I want to have 3 different outputs. So maybe 1 key, 2 keys, or 6 keys, or something like that. Something ridiculous to win the jackpot. I've got a randomizer in place, I think. That should work. So if I press this button over here, we should get an output there. And if I press it again, get an output there again. What about now? We get an output here. And then there's also an output down there. But of course, it's only 33% chance. Yep, there we go. Okay. So then what I need to do is link these different outputs up to different length clocks is what I'm thinking. So one pulses this once, one pulses it twice, and the third one pulses it 6 times. Yeah, in theory. I mean, this this is taking me quite some time, but it is a fun thing if you're interested in redstone and technical stuff to sort of try and work out how to do. It looks awful though. It looks really awful. Okay, it looks a mess, but I think I've done it. So this chest has nothing in it. I got some lime wool here to see if this works. And that is the jackpot. That should be 6 lime wool. Yes! Nice. Okay, we press it again. And we got 6 wool again. Okay. Hopefully that doesn't happen every time. This time it was the 2. Yep. And can we get a 1? Ah, I got the 1 there. Okay, cool. It took a few tries. But basically, 33% chance to get 1, 2, or 6 keys. This has taken me absolute hours to figure out, and it looks a mess, but I don't care because it does work. So now all I need is some sort of room here. I was originally planning on making this a fancy big room, but I guess the fancy big room in this whole thing is the loot box room thing that we did earlier. So I'm just gonna do something like this, and then the exit will be over there. I found an issue with this. If you stand on the pressure plate, it just keeps giving you keys. So I need to make this final circuit into a pulse generator. And with that, that should do exactly that. So if I trigger this thing, we should get the same result. Yeah, so we got 1 key there. Let's try it with the pressure plates. Yes! Okay, that's what we want. And if I step over here, nothing happens because it's the same redstone signal. So as long as you don't go backwards, you shouldn't be able to cheat the system. I wonder... I can't move those doors. So you could cheat the system by doing this. But obviously that would be against the rules and everybody would respect that. You open it by walking through the door, so to speak. And then you present it with keys. Beautiful! This means that all of the tricky redstone for this thing, and I mean tricky redstone, this has taken me 2 days to do all of these things and the loot box room. It's silly, but all of the tricky redstone is now completely done. And you know what? I feel like it's time to move on for today. I know that I said that we would finish this entire thing today, and technically it's completely done. It's actually completely playable at this moment in time, and I should take my own diamonds out of there. I don't want to risk those laying around. Technically it's completely playable. We still have to do the loot boxes as well though, and I still want to kind of polish this area up and make sure that it looks a little bit better here. But yeah, like I said, it's time to move on for today. I am completely out of food. I need to restock on my food. And I know that Ren has been trying to meet up with me in regards of some sort of deal that he wants to make with Sahara. So I think we may go and pay him a visit. It looks like Ren is having a meeting with Mumbo. That is Ren, right? In some kind of agent. Ren is in Sahara's headquarter office room. I did not invite him. He just said that he wanted to discuss something with Sahara. And he's made it all the way up here. Ren? Hello?
Hello, Mr. Isco.
Are you in our meeting room? I thought I saw you.
Yes, I scheduled a meeting with your secretary.
I see. I see. Oh, yeah. you have Mumbo here as well, so you're not you're not just sitting here. Okay, good.
Yes, we've been trying to talk business, but it's been tricky. He doesn't say much. Honestly.
He's the quiet type. He's the quiet type, aren't you?
Yeah.
Aren't you, Mumbo? Yeah, that's right, mate. I gotta say, it's an Italian suit. It looks like a mafia suit.
I know. Ladies, get in line, baby.
Is that to intimidate me?
No, I'm here on official business, my friend. I'm here to make some deals. You know?
Well, I don't know about you, but I've never made business with a man who has a feather in his hat. That is just next level poshness.
I've drafted a contract. Basically, I'm setting up a Hermit Racing Incorporated league, and I'm making a race course. I need a ridiculous amount of ice. And, you know, this is going to be a premier league. Only the richest of the rich are going to be able to race in the league. And I think you might be interested to perhaps be the sole advertiser of Hermit Racing in exchange for literally like 100,000 ice.
Wow. That's a lot of ice.
Yeah.
That's a lot of... Wait. So you're saying in this book that, which I haven't read, I assume that Gertrude read it.
But yeah, it's all completely legit, 100% legal. Okay. I've had my lawyers look over it. It's perfect.
Okay. So you're saying Sahara gives you ice for free.
Yeah.
Just because we are posh and look like I look with monocle.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Something
we're talking about, we're basically doing big money business right now, dude. We're talking about the most expensive sport Hermitcraft has ever seen, and Sahara is going to be the prime advertiser, all for the measly price of a bit of ice.
And by a bit of ice, you're saying 100,000 ice?
Well, I mean, it's just estimates, you know.
Just estimates.
I haven't
okay. I have a counter proposal then. Say that we agree with this. I want us to have the exclusive rights to the racetrack.
Okay. Well, if you go to page 2 addendum 1BX of the contract, you will see that this deed entitles
sole advertising rights to all major track billboards on the entire length of the raceway until such. Nice.
Yeah. Next page.
Next page. Moreover, the Speedy Pines Raceway will hereon be referred to as Sahara Speedy Pines Raceway. I like that, you know.
Boom.
I like that.
Boom.
I like that.
Yeah.
I think you may have got yourself a deal. At what time frame are we talking? Because this is a lot of ice. 100,000 ice?
You know, next couple of days.
Next couple of days. A deal. Okay, it's signed. Nice.
Boom. All right, let's shake some hands.
Shake some hands. Yep.
There we go. Beautiful.
Nice.
Oh, jeez. Okay, good. Well, good doing business with you, man. We'll see you on the Sahara Speedy Pines Raceway.
100,000 ice is a lot of ice. There's no question about it. But a racetrack? My own racetrack or Sahara's own racetrack? I mean, that's pretty cool as well. And I feel like we got a pretty good deal at the end of the day because Hermitland in Hermitville, the new gaming area, is the #1 area at the moment, and that is where this racetrack is being built. So we are basically gonna have Sahara posters all over the place. And with Sahara Now, aka Quicksand, launching very, very soon, I feel that there's no better time than now, get it? Sahara Now, to advertise Sahara right in the face of people every single day. Now, after signing the deal with Ren, he was very curious to see how we at Sahara collect our ice. You look absolutely hilarious as you travel across, dude. And it turns out that Ren really enjoyed using my ice farm to farm ice, so he will be doing majority of the ice collecting himself. Which is great, because he really enjoyed using it. However, when it comes to blue ice, that requires 81 normal ice blocks to make 1 block of blue ice. And by the sounds of things, Ren needs thousands of blue ice. So, I think that we should subcontract our dearest partner, the Ice Queen. And she has a lot of blue ice available. This is probably going to be enough. Dearest Ice Queen, partner of Sahara, I am hereby offering you a subcontract to a new deal that we at Sahara landed. We will pay you 100 diamonds for all of these stacks of blue ice, 31, in this chest. If interested, please reach out to Iskall85. Thank you, and may the ice always run through your heart. Right, so we'll put this book in here, and I gotta check if Sahara has 100 diamonds to invest into this project, because I don't feel like investing my own diamonds into a Sahara brand deal. By the looks of things, we have actually made some more sales, which is great. And again, what is with these diamonds? Why are some of them not stackable with others? So let's see how much diamonds Sahara actually has, because I have no idea. Sahara owns 15 blocks of diamonds and 3 diamonds. So yes, after calculating the diamonds, we have over 100 diamonds, which makes it possible for us to make this offer to the Ice Queen. And personally, I think 100 diamonds in order to get the sole brand deal of a massive minigame for Sahara is a fantastic deal. I really think this is something that we need now that we're gonna launch Sahara Now. And speaking about Sahara Now, aka Quicksand, I have marked out the building size that I need for this new warehouse, and I hope that Grian will jump on this project ASAP, because in the next episode I really want to build the shopfront part of it. I've come up with a really cool idea that I think you guys will love. But that's gonna do it for today, so I hope that you've enjoyed this episode, and if you did, make sure to hit the like button down below. If you're brand new, consider subscribing, and I will see you dudes in the next episode.